I got friends that I know that I'm only gonna hear from in a time of need. I got friends that hit me up when it's been a long time they ain't heard from me. I got friends that will just be cool if I make that call and tell him it's peak. If he puts you on a shirt, he did it for me, it's a loyalty. I got friends that won't go anywhere else, she calls me the TBE. I got friends that I call my G, couple day ones with me. I got friends that started out like that, but she turned into a queen. Back in the palace ain't where you find my royalty.
Blackout, max out.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros. Rolliess announced he's fighting Pitbull Cruz and Eviscerates Ryan Garcia and Oscar De La Hoya. So we're going to take a look at what was stated and then we'll discuss this. So here's what Rolly tweeted. He said, F Princess Ryan Garcia, F Oscar De La Fishnets, and F the Zone. The idiot streaming network out there for wasting my time. And more importantly, wasting the entire boxing world's time. It's disgusting to see how you guys do business. Then trying to go behind my back offering Pitbull an offer. Then claiming I outpriced myself. Y'all effed up. Now it's Rolly vs. Pitbull on Amazon Prime, the largest network in boxing history. This fight is an explosion. And then he posted this picture right here. So that's what Rollies had to say. I'm going to turn it over to you, Dollar Bill, man. What's your reaction to this?
Oh, my goodness, man. Listen, where do I start? All right, cool. All right. As an outsider looking in, I'm looking at this like a couple ways. Like De La Hoya, like is flexed his muscles. Like hit him with one of those. I hate saying this, but he hit him with the like I still own you, boy. You know what I'm saying? It's like he hit him.
I gotta hit you with the bees. That's a whole and all the other faces you see on the screen. That just sounding.
Yeah, it did, and I didn't even want to hit him with that. Like, but it feels like it. Like Ryan had his goals, what he wanted to do. He wanted to go fight Rollies to make a big fight and take that belt, and he was over there with Floyd and De La Hoya wanted to let him know, well, Floyd ain't your promoter. I am. You still under contract, chump. And Jose Ramirez is over here, and I'm trying to get Jose Ramirez to whoop on you because I think he can do it. To stop everything that you trying to do. I'm going to throw out Jose Ramirez.
D-Hop's right behind him like, that's right, boss.
For real.
Want to go to the bathroom with me?
And if you got a problem with that, we can meet in the bathroom. But yeah, man, that's what it seemed like to me. What this was announced, De La Hoya was flexing his muscles. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, bro, I'm sorry to interrupt you again, but yo, it just reminded me of something. Yo, you remember the movie Hoodlum? When Lawrence Fishburne went to the bathroom, and he was peeing. Was that Hoodlum? That's
Deep Cover.
Deep Cover, yeah. Deep Cover. Lawrence Fishburne. You wanna? That's D-Hop and Bill Haney. Yo, listen.
I think that is Hoodlum.
That's Deep Cover. Yo,
Deep Cover.
Listen to me. Yo, everyone at home, listen, we can't show you it because it's inappropriate, but if you're of appropriate age, look up the scene in Deep Cover when Lawrence Fishburne goes to the urinal to pee and this other guy
tries to assassinate a fellow drug dealer, drug dealer. And he's just staring at him while he's at the urinal. He said, "Oh, use
a bee."
Yeah, that's basically, man. Like De La Hoya was trying to show Ryan that, you know what I'm saying, you still under contract and you still got to do what I say. You going over there with Floyd. Floyd can't save you. You know. I'm gonna put you up here against Jose Ramirez, and then they looking at it over there on the PBC side, like well, we can keep it over here at PBC. We can keep the belt over here. You know what I'm saying? And put him against Pitbull Cruz. And then maybe him and Tank can get a rematch at 140 or something if Pitbull Cruz can win or something. Who knows? But all I know is I was looking forward to seeing Ryan versus Rolly. I thought that would have been a good little fight, a little scrap. You know what I'm saying? Very entertaining. It would have brought the casuals and the fans out, with the trash talking and everything else. But hey, what do I know? De La Hoya over here trying to show everybody who's boss.
All right. G.
Yeah. I don't really care to see Rolly versus Pitbull, but what I will say is I felt like Rolly dropped the ball on this because I understand that Rolly is, tied to PBC and he's rocking with whatever Floyd and Al is doing, but you don't want to badmouth another fighter like another promoter, you know what I'm saying, that you could possibly work with in the future, and how they say, nothing's personal in business. Some people say that, but people's egos be like through the roof, you know what I mean? And so, they may never forget that. So let's say Rolly loses a fight or two on PBC and Amazon or whoever doesn't want to pick up that fight. They're like, nah, we don't want to put our budget money aside for this guy. You know what I mean? He wet the bed too many times for us. We're good. Like, our analytics is showing that this dude's underperforming. So then now you're like stressed. You're like, damn, I need a fight. Maybe, if you had good relationships with like Top Rank or, wherever, you could go over there. But now that you burnt those bridges, they might be like, yo, we rather just see you disappear. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to disrespect Matchroom and DAZN just because your fight with Ryan isn't happening. You know what I mean? So I just kind of feel like Rolly, I don't think that's a smart move. And I think sometimes we get too excited when we're on social media. Like, he might be tweeting or on IG going crazy, disrespecting, Matchroom and all of them. But he has to think about his career long term, and Al may not always be there to save him. So he needs to just move more wiser.
I think Ryan stuck in a difficult situation because Oscar didn't show up to his post-fight press conference, and that made him feel some type of way. All this could have been avoided if Oscar would have shown up. Also, perhaps if Oscar would have came up with a believable explanation or was honest with Ryan as to why he didn't show up, it could have been a bridge towards healing. But instead, Oscar said, there were threats on my life, and everyone just stopped. Like, come on, bro, this dude's capping. Like, he was tweaking. Even if that was the excuse. Ryan, listen, I got a bad 8-ball. I was tweaking. You know what I mean? I didn't want to. At least Ryan could be like, yo, man, you messed up. But that's more believable than what he said was the reason why he didn't show up. You know what I mean? So there's an issue. But he's with Floyd. You got to understand Floyd's a businessman as well. So now Floyd is telling him, don't fight Haney, fight Rolly. That is to Mayweather's benefit as well. Because if he fights Rolly and he beats Rolly, well, Mayweather likes him. I think Mayweather feels like he's in position to sign Ryan if he leaves Golden Boy. And if Rolly wins, he's with Floyd. So, and if Rolly loses, Floyd can say to him, look, I got you fights with two of the biggest names out there. And the rest was up to you. Yeah. So there's the problem. Where I have issue with Oscar De La Hoya and Ryan is they're saying Rolly priced himself out. And there's no doubt in my mind Rolly is asking for more money than he's probably worth, but he also has the belt. And in the end, that's what you do when you're in Rolly's position. This is Rolly's cash out. Most people look at it that way, right? Rolly's not going to beat Ryan. So in order for him to fight Ryan, he needs that payday. It reminds me of Charles Martin versus Anthony Joshua, where they really had to pay Charles Martin $5 million to go sell that belt to Anthony Joshua. The downside, though, is I think Ryan, although he believes he can beat Rolly, I'm not so sure that would be the result. Because Rolly's performance over Ismael Barroso looks a lot better now than it did before. Rolly's performance with Tank looks a lot better now than it did before. And I don't necessarily know that you can just chalk it up that Ryan Garcia would beat Rolly Romero. And if Ryan loses to Rolly, that would diminish his stock tremendously. So he really needs to think about his next move, because Ryan is one bad loss away from fading and losing his stock value as well. And I think Oscar De La Hoya is aware of that. So, he probably wants to play it safe, or maybe not. I think Trill thinks, and I believe that Jose Romero is high risk, low reward for Rolly. So Rolly's better off. I mean, not Rolly, for Ryan. Jose Ramirez is high risk, low reward for Ryan Garcia. So Ryan may be better off just taking Rolly and giving Rolly more than he thinks is worth, because at least he get a shot at a title.
Shoot, or fight Oscar.
I tell you what, even with all the drugs, that man Oscar was a hell of a fighter.
Well, let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. You know who you rocking with. It's the Mighty Mighty Boxing Bros. Go check out Buckingham Pep.